Oh boy, so this grave took me 3 times to find. I even encountered a couple of paranormal experiences along the way. The grave you asked where belongs to William Henry Johnson, also known as the Misty Link, the Wild Man, and famously known as Zip the Pinhead. William was born with a head that, well, looked a little different from everybody else's. I imagine he was teased a lot growing up, which must have been tough, but don't worry about William. In 1857, an entertainer named Van Emerg, I totally slaughtered that name, of course, saw him walk around in New Jersey again, offering him a job at a circus, which was conveniently located in New Jersey. Because if you don't know it yet, everything always happens in New Jersey. One day, P.T. Barton saw him performing and immediately hired him for his American Museum. Barton knew he needed to give Johnson a new name and a story to tell. Suddenly, he had a brilliant idea. It was the grandest idea of all. While reading Charles Darwin's The Origin of Species, it hit him like a sack of bricks or a sack of monkeys. Now, why does Darwin always appear to be on the verge of tears? Cheer up, Darwin. But before the transformation could take place, he had to shave off Johnson's head, but making sure to leave a small tuft on top. And then he got the grand fur suit tailored just for him. And finally, it was time for acting lessons. You must prowl the bars, bang on them, growl like a mad tiger on the loose. From that point on, he was known as the Missing Link. Johnson quickly became star of the show, grunting and pulling on his chains, snaring and leaping wildly at the audience members. Soon, word was spread across America, and big crowds would gather around Johnson with their eyes wide and their mouths open. "Here's the Missing Link that fellow Darwin talked about," whispered some dandy fellow in the top hat. Barton, always up for new ideas and fun, knew that the Missing Link or the Wild Man could make people scared, but he also wanted for the audience to have compassion for him as well. Well, we have to thank Charles Dickens for solving that problem. While he was in the exhibit, he looked puzzled and asked a bystander with his thick English accent. Now, mind you, I can't do an English accent. "What is that?" Barton, overhearing the question, thought he heard "Zip is it," and that's how Zip the Pinhead came to be. Sadly, the machine was destroyed by fire a couple months later, but as they say, the show must go on, and it did, with Barton moving his entire show permanently to Coney Island, New York, where Johnson would become known as Dean of Freaks, and soon became the most famous and successful sideshow performer of all time. He would pass away in 1926, and I heard his funeral was a grand event, with many people from the sideshow world in attendance. This grand man has a small gravestone and simply just reads William H. Johnson, 1857-1926. After his death, he continued to inspire people like Griffin's Zippy Pinhead comic book series, and of course that small band from New York, the Ramones. Maybe you heard of them. Gabba, 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 eh.